You know you ain't fit for this.
Welcome to Beauty and the Bean, ladies. Today we're going to be making stacked leggings. And first you're going to want to start off with getting a pair of leggings of your own. You know, leggings that fit you well, that's not too tight or anything. And you're going to want to fold it in half and then place it on top of the fabric that you're using. The fabric that I'm using is like spandex, so it's very stretchy. And it's like the type of fabric that you actually use when you're making leggings. So you're going to want to even that out, make sure there's no wrinkles or anything. And you're going to want to cut about 1/2 inch to 1 inch away from the actual legging so that you have seam allowance, because when you're sewing, you don't want it to be too tight or anything, and you want it to fit you well. After you get done cutting, you're going to want to take the piece that you just cut it out and just flip it over to the other side of the piece of fabric. And, you know, not too far away because you want to save fabric. So, yeah, once you do that, it's very important that you lay the fabric out flat on top of the fabric you're about to cut out. So you're going to have 4 of those after you get done cutting everything out. You're going to take your needles and put them to the side. And then you're going to start off with 2 at a time. For the first fabric, the outside part is going to be facing down towards the table. And yeah. And then for the second piece of fabric, the outside part is going to be facing up towards the ceiling. So by the time you're done with that, both of the outside parts of each fabric is going to be facing the opposite direction. And you're going to want to make sure everything is evened out and, you know, there's no lumps or bumps or anything. The sides that you see me running my finger down is the sides that you're going to pin with your pins. And for me, I noticed that I was pinning it wrong for the way how I was going to sew it. So I decided to flip it over. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But either way, the outside of the fabrics is still going to be in opposite directions. So the way how you flip it really don't matter. Unless you flip it inside out, which you shouldn't do. But yeah, I just flipped it over. So now I'm just making sure that everything is evened out and smooth, you know. Speaking of smooth, I can't wait for this quarantine to be over so I could go and get a Brazilian wax. Because, baby girl, this is not it. This is not it. But, so yeah. Now you're just going to take your needles and you're just going to start putting your needles in and going down the line of the fabric. So now you see where I put the needles. I put them on opposite sides only because of the way how I'm going to sew them down. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but for me, it's more comfortable and it makes more sense for when I'm sewing so that I don't get confused or lost or anything. Like I said before, the outside part of the fabric is going to be in the inside for when you sew. So now I got both of my pieces pinned up, and I'm just going to put them side by side so you guys can see how they're going to look after I get done sewing. You know, they look like leggings or pants or whatever. Now I'm going to just go over to my sewing machine. If you guys would like a video on how to sew, then let me know in the comments down below, and I'll post a video sometime this week or next week. But yeah, as you go, you're going to want to remove the needles and just follow the path of the needles. So after you get done sewing, you're going to take one of the leg pieces and put it inside out. So now you see like the actual like pants legs. Pants legs? What the fuck? But anyway. Anyways, so one of the legs, you have to take it inside out and you have to put it inside the one that's the way how you had it, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain it. So if you guys want a video on specifically how to do this, then let me know. By now, once you put it inside out and everything and put that piece in, it should look like a mermaid's tail. And if it don't, then you must have done something wrong. And you can always go back and see what you did wrong. Now I'm just matching everything up and putting pins down so that once I sew, nothing will move and everything will stay in place. And now where you see me running my finger down is where you're going to place your needle so you can get ready to sew again. So when you get done sewing, you're going to take the leggings and just put them inside out. And you're going to get the fabric from the beginning, the extra fabric, and cut out any type of rectangle or trapezoid or whatever shape you want to call it, that one. And you're just going to sew along the two longest sides of the shape. So the two fabrics that you just sewed together, you're going to take it and you're going to put it inside out. You're going to put your hand inside of the pieces you just sewed and grab the bottom of the leggings and pull it through. And then you're going to want to even out the outsides of the bottom of the leggings and then the top of the piece that you just sewed. Once you get done sewing, it's going to look like you added extra length to the bottom of the leggings, and that's the look you're going for. And this is the final look, ladies. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share, and like it. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And stay tuned for more videos. And comment anything that you would like me to make down below in the comment section. Bye!